once again. Hope you're doing well. We are back again to look at another different tool. We said we'll actually be looking at a couple of tools. We've looked at the MACD. We've looked at the MACD. We've looked at the Bollinger Bands. We've looked at so many. And now today, what I want us to look at is a popular tool or a popular oscillator, which is the stochastic. I'm very sure in history, most of the traders that have been trading any financial instrument have at one point, or they are actually still using the stochastic. The stochastic is it's a very popular tool, very popular oscillator, and I'm very sure most of the people that are trading have ever used the stochastic. Now, the stochastic is made up of two lines, like we're going to see. Let's first get it. Go look for the stochastic. Yeah, if you do not forget, the stochastic is one of those oscillators that are particularly more of more importance when we are trading the extremes, that is the overbought, oversold conditions. So it makes a lot of sense when the markets are actually overbought, oversold. That's what are actually its primary importance, or its primary role when we are trading. So it is scaled. It's plotted on a vertical scale on MT4, that is from 0 to 100, indicating the readings below 20. From the readings below 20 are actually the oversold territory, and then the readings above 80 are actually the overbought territories or extremes or conditions, whatsoever that you may prefer actually using. Now, it's made up of two lines. When we can critically look, this is how it looks. It is made up of the two lines. The first line has the percentage D, and then the other line, the bold line, is the percentage D. The one that you see that is bold is percentage D, and then the dotted line is actually the percentage K. Percentage D is basically the stochastic itself, and then the dotted line, which is percentage K, is actually the moving average of the stochastic. Now, if you're to trade with the stochastic, you have to actually put this in your mind, that extremes are very actually paramount when we are trading with the stochastic. Now, let me make them a bit clear such that we can all see them. This is 80, and then 20. Yeah. So when we are trading extremes, most importantly, when we are trading with the stochastics, I'll talk about the time frames when you are actually trading with the stochastic. The best time frames for you to trade with the stochastics are actually from 1 minute to 1 hour. Those are the best ones. I'm not saying that the other ones don't work, but it works more effectively when you are actually trading from 1 minute to 1 hour. That's for the one reason as to why we're actually considering 30 minutes as our trading example. Now, let's see how it works. Having noticed that the two lines actually, it's made up of two lines, the percentage D and the percentage K. The dotted line being percentage K, and then the bold line being percentage K, which is our stochastic. Now, when you are actually trading with it, it's just a matter of you waiting for any markets to actually reach the two extremes, that is the oversold and the overbought extremes. When the markets reach the overbought extremes, it means that people have been buying. You get it? Buying. When they reach this point, it means that they have reached the extreme. In other words, most of the buyers are now it's at this point they are actually taking their profits. And when they take their profits, they automatically come out of the market, leaving the market to the sellers, the few sellers that were participating in this market. So when the sellers actually now wake up, then we expect also more other sellers to come in at this time of point. So that's why we say when you are, let's say when you have bought at some point here, wait for the market to reach this point. When it reaches this point, because I'll be showing you, because if you buy somewhere below here, and then as it goes up, you expect it to take the profits regardless of uh, any formation that may occur with these candles. We don't consider candles now when we are trading with this. Don't focus at the candles. Focus at what the oscillator is telling you. Focus at what the indicator is telling you. Let you not be confused by what the candles are doing, because it may open up a bullish and closes a bearish candle. So let's not focus. Let's not put our emphasis on the candles. Let's concentrate on the indicator itself. Now, when let's say you had bought here, let's say you had bought at some point here, and then this market comes. Now, like here, right now, it's a buy, but we shall stop buying. That is if this market actually reaches here. When it reaches here, it may at some point reach here, but we'll be like, no, if you have not made enough profits, the best exit point would actually be at this point. So as it reaches here, it means that if you have been buying, then come out with your buy and expect the other next move to come for a sell. Now, when you reach here, you come out with your buy. Then you wait for an opportunity for a sell. Why do we wait? The reason as to why we actually wait, it's because we need to first wait for the market to go. And this time round, the two lines actually have the two of these lines actually supposed to enter. Let's say the percentage D and the percentage K. They're actually supposed to enter in the overbought territory. When they enter in the overbought territory, then you wait for them to come back from the overbought territory such that you can take an action. As these two lines actually there to come, let me first wait. When they come out slightly like this, both of the lines, when they come out, one is very fast, like you see, the stochastic is very fast. And when the two of these actually come out, they should all come out, not one coming out in particular. So when they all signify, so when they all come out, then wait to sell, because now it's telling you that the markets that had been overbought are now coming for a sell. So being overbought, then it means that the sellers have come. It has reached the climax, and anything that reaches the climax will automatically have to calm down. So the same thing happens. So in other words, you wait for the stochastics to actually first reach these regions. When they reach these regions, that's when you are actually supposed to take an action to buy or to sell. So you wait at the point when the markets actually will buy. In other words, we buy when the stochastics itself and the move. Okay, when the stochastic oscillator crosses the move, crosses 20, actually 20 from below going above. That's when we are supposed to buy. And then we are supposed to sell when the markets cross, or when the stochastic cross from above 80 coming below. When it crosses 80, then that's when we're actually supposed to sell. Now let's see let's do some back test and see if the oscillator if our oscillator today actually works out perfectly. Now, when we try to draw the lines to do our back test, you realize that most of the times you will be making profits. Okay, the aim is not to make profits only frequently. The aim is to make most of the times to make profits, not to make more of profits. However, they should be losses. We should make it okay to lose, because if we aim at only losing, then it will literally mean that we shall be having a perfect strategy. Whereas in the forex markets or in any financial markets, let it be gold, let it be commodities, let it be metals, let it be commodities, let it be forex, let it be crypto, let it be anything, any financial instrument that is tradable. There is no perfect system. All you need is risk management and consistency. That is the psychology. When I talk of the psychology, I'm looking at the discipline, I'm looking at the fear, I'm looking at greed, I'm looking at everything that is psychologically can affect a trader. So what I'm saying is we do not have a perfect strategy, but we need to make more of profits as compared to the losses, and also minimize our losses to maximize our profits. At the end of the day, you realize that at the end of the day, you make some profit. You're making profits not because of the perfection that you have, not because of the perfect system that you have. Because here, even with the perfect system, you can lose money, though we don't have it. And with the poorest system, you can make money, like I've been saying. Now, let's do our back test and see how many times do we lose, how many times do we profit out of our strategy. So let's start by this. So we're actually looking out for the areas whereby markets do reach the extremes, and we see what happened next, them reaching the extremes. Did they do as per the as per what we have analyzed? Did they actually, the markets go up when they cross from zero from the oversold territory, crossing 20? Did they actually move up when they reached 80 and then came down? Did they actually came down? So that's what we are looking at and see. How many times do we make profits? How many times don't we make profits? Now, we shall start with here. You see here was actually saying the two of these reached the extreme points, and what we are expecting to, what we are actually expecting, they came, reached the extremes, and we are actually waiting for this here at some point here. Now, it means that here we're actually supposed to buy. We are supposed to buy, though don't come in at this point, because this point will now be a late entry, something we call a late entry. So let's do our alignment, do back test and see if really this went up. Okay, now when you look at our candles, they're actually showing a sign of going up. They must have gone up. It's because we're not actually connected on the internet. Now let's look at this, because here we can't take anything because markets never reached the extreme point. So take an opportunity to buy or to sell when the markets actually reach the extreme point of about oversold territory. Minus that, don't take any action. So let's see. Here we're actually supposed to come in immediately. This crossed, right? Yeah, you see, when it crossed like this, if you had bought at some point here, we'll enter in with this candle, this market went up. It made some number of pips. Let me see the pips that it made. These are 30 pips. Okay, good. Let me also make this proper. Immediately they crossed here, moved down, and it's going up. It's showing sometimes. Now we haven't made any losses. Actually looking at our analysis and see we haven't made any losses. We see some this extreme. Okay. As it came here, that's when we are supposed to sell. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, it came down with this candle, but suddenly went up. But also generally, the next move was actually a sell. It was sell. Let's also look at this. This one was also a sell, which is a good move. Oh. This was also a sell. You see? Sell, sell, sell. Yeah, yeah. Can also take that. Yeah. Also sell right together. Okay, let's have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the 5 times, you realize that you can make 1 loss, and the rest are good trades. So I hope you understand this, how to trade with the stochastics, and those are actually the only ways through which you can trade with the stochastics. You can also trade with them using the divergency, but I don't encourage people to use the divergency because to me, I don't prefer the divergency. Let's stay at home during this period of COVID-19. Let's stay at home. Let's stay safe. Wash our hands, and then keep social distance. Isma, Uganda. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to subscribe. For more videos, subscribe, and then in course of any contacts, contact me on the contacts in this video. Have a blessed day. God bless you.